One of the ways we use Schoology in the classroom is to provide in-class intervention. One of the great things about Schoology is we get an opportunity to provide differentiation in the classroom without disrupting class or without creating extra transitions for students. Students have an opportunity to log into Schoology, and then they can pursue their own path for individualized or personalized education and better use class time for their growth. One of the ways we can do this is we can use a Nearpod presentation that we have developed known as the Integrated Intervention Template. And then this allows teachers to embed this into their classroom practice without creating an extra lesson or without starting from scratch and building an entirely new resource in their limited time. This is a walkthrough of that resource. The first slide is the topic and the teacher in class. Of course, that would really be for record-keeping purposes for the teacher. Students already know what class they're in. And then the next two slides talk about classroom norms and structure for the lesson. These norms can be edited to meet the needs of the individual class. And then you have the content that's specific to the curriculum. You'll notice that there are a couple extra blanks here for people to put information in, but I always advise people that the final note on this slide should introduce the reflective prompt that will be at the end of this presentation. That way students know where they're going. I would always begin with a super engaging enhanced slide here from Nearpod. That might be an interactive field trip. It might be a 3D model. It might be any number of the library of interactive resources that are available through Nearpod. And it also would be content specific. At this point, we would move to the external resource that they're using. It might be Discovery Education, it might be IXL, or it might be any other intervention platform that the school is using at that time. At that point, they will spend 15, maybe even 20 minutes going through that activity or going through that resource. At the end, the teacher would remind students that, well, we've got maybe 5 minutes left, and students would click to the next slide, the student reflection slide. This structures the student reflection for them so they know what to expect and they know to remember the norms. And again, this can be edited to meet the needs of the classroom. And then I would have students engage in an assessment here. And this would be a Nearpod assessment, so it's tracked by student, and teachers can look at individual responses, but also look at specific trends within the classroom. And at that point, teachers would move to a transition, and they would have students move to the next station, or they'd engage in direct instruction, or whatever's next in the class. And this was an introduction into the Integrated Intervention Template that can be used in Schoology by embedding a Nearpod presentation into your class materials.